everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go out and then come back in. My screen was just, the view was all blurry. But hey everybody, this is Katrina, the owner of Kathiem Creations, Reefs and Things. I hope you can see me clearly now. When I first was on, everything was a little, all discombobulated, all fuzzy. So you really couldn't see it good. And I want you to be able to see this one good. As you can see, we're going to be doing patriotic today. Patriotic. That's what we're doing today. So I thought about Mother's Day and, and then, of course, Easter. But then I said, you know what? Let's do a patriotic. Let's just throw in something a little different. We've been doing flower wreaths. We've been doing grapevines. So I figured today we will do patriotic, but we're going to do it on a rail form. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't done a rail form with you guys in a long time, so I figured I would bring that in so you guys can see the rail form and see how I use the rail form. So let's get into it. Let me pull you guys up on Facebook. But you know what we do on Sundays. Sundays is my night to come on with you guys and do a video. And when you come in, you need to say hello. Let me know where you checking in from. How's everything going? What you doing today? Let's talk while we make this wreath. Let's have a conversation while we make this wreath. I'm just trying to pull you guys up here on Facebook. And I thought I had it, but then it went away. So I'm going to see if I could pull you up again. All right, but as you can see, we have some stuff in front of us. And these are the things that we're going to be using today to make the wreath. We have the red, white, and blue mesh right here in front of us. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still trying to pull you guys up on Facebook so I can see your comments. I definitely want to pull you guys up so I can definitely see the comments so we can talk. Okay, I think I got it now. Yeah, I got it now. Let's turn this volume down. All right, let me set my phone up over here so I can see. All right, we're going to be using this beautiful deco mesh, red with the blue and white border stripes. Okay, red, blue, and white border stripes. I love this mesh. I mean, this mesh is so pretty. I'm waiting for them to come out. Well, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe one of you guys have seen it where it's blue with the white, red, and blue border stripes. I've seen the blue with the blue border stripes and blue with the white border stripes, but not like the nice royal blue with the red, blue, and white stripes. I would love to see it. So if you guys have seen it out there, let me know. Let me know where I can get it at. But so far, I've seen this and the white one, but not the blue one. So this is the one we're going to be using. I bought this from my wholesaler, so prices are vary, but you can pick them up anywhere. I think I saw them on Craft Outlet, Deco Exchange, Rhonda's Creative Corner. You can go to what's the other one I like to shop at? Reefs of Joy. So just shop around. You'll be able to find it. Some stores may have them. Matter of fact, sometimes maybe home now. Let Freedom Ring. And I purchased this sign last year at the Dollar Tree. So that's where I got this sign at last year at the Dollar Tree. Like I said, I'm doing patriotic. I don't think they have that in the Dollar Tree right now. I just want to throw something different in there with you guys today. We're going to put that over to the side. I told you guys we're going to be using the rail form. I love using this form. I want to use this form a lot more. It is so versatile. I use this a lot during the winter time because this rail form can be used in several different ways. You can use it as a wreath. You can use it as a centerpiece. You can use it as a mailbox swag. Think about it. All of those with this one wreath form. You bend it and it can be on your mailbox. Look at that. You can wrap it around your mailbox. I love this wreath form. Of course, today we're just going to have it flat. So I'm going to bend it back because we're just going to have it flat today. Because this is going to be a wreath for your door. But when I say you do a centerpiece, I did a full one last year, and when my customer saw it, she was like, "Can I lay it on a table?" I was like, "Absolutely." And then when I laid it on my table, I actually had a vase that I just moved some of the mesh around. I stuck it in, and she loved it. She brought it immediately. So always think about that. But this has versatility to it, so it's great to use. Of course, I showed you the deco mesh. I've cut the deco mesh. There's 17 ties, and I'm gonna explain that to you. But I cut them in 20 inches. Okay. I'm going to have 17 ties, and I cut them at 20 inches. I've already cut my ribbon already. I'm just trying to cut back on time. So I've already cut them. I have to cut one more pair, but when we get to that, I'll cut it because I'm not sure which one I'm going to need. But these are one pair that I put together, which is the red, white, and blue, the stars, with blue glitter stripe ribbon. So that's where I got this from. This I got from Sam's Club. Okay. Then I got my white at Sam's Club during the winter when they had all of, I bought, I don't know how many rolls of this white satin, because you can use this white satin all year round. So I don't know whether this came from Costco's or Sam's Club, but I know this is definitely Sam's Club. This may be Costco's. And then this also came from Craft Outlet. So this is the plaid red, white, and blue. And I paired that up with the white. Okay, so that is our ribbon combo. So we're going to put this out of the way for right now. I know we're probably going to need to use that again. Let's see what picks that I picked out. Well, you can, I mean, you guys, you can pick, you know, any white, red, blue pick, whatever you want. I mean, they have so many different ones out. It's just crazy. And I know I'm showing you something right now that's really not in season, but you may have some left over, so just pull it out and use it. Try to use up the stuff that you have, because that's exactly what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't buy any of this new. This is all stuff I already had in my inventory. I picked this pick. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but hey, I may stick it in there because it's really, really fun. It's got all the festive patriotic colors in it. This also, it's got the stars in it. I like this, the bottom part. I like that. It just looks really festive, so I may throw that in there. I'm not sure. I picked it out. I have so much more stuff over there in my container that I can choose from. I just grabbed a few things. Some stars. This I bought from the Dollar Tree last year. So, like I said, I'm just using what I have in my stash. So that's just what I have on my table. Of course, I may add something else tomorrow, like another kind of pick or something like this. But this is just what I have on the table tonight that we may use tonight. So I'm going to put these out of the way because that comes on at the end. And we're wrapping everything up. So move these out the way. So we want to prepare our rail form. I'm going to put the ribbon over here. So how's everybody doing? When you come in, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know if you do any crafts, what kind of crafts you do. Now these are the tools you're gonna be needing to use, which is a pair of scissors. You're gonna need a rotary cutter. You're going to need a trusty dusty glue gun, because at the end we're going to be gluing in some picks, so you make sure you have your trusty dusty glue gun, whichever one you want to use. I love the Showbonder glue gun, the cordless glue gun. Mine is already hot and ready to go. And like I said, rotary cutter, because we cut these to 20 inches long, and we did 17 cuts of it. Okay, because we have 17 ties here. A scissor, you cut, you know, you use it for your ribbon. When you cut your ribbon down, you use your scissors, so you definitely have your scissors. I'm going to use my scissors to cut off the tag. Oh, and I purchased my rail form from I think it was Rhonda's Creative Corner. I'm not sure, but it could have been Rhonda's Creative Corner. Is where I bought my rail form from, so that's where I got it from. Now the rail form does not come with these ties, these Chanel stems in the middle. I put them there because I'm going to put a row of mesh there. Okay, so they come with these outside ties in the middle, okay, of every row, every bracket that connect the outside together, I put a white Chanel stem, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did that. I left one for me to do with you guys so you guys can see that. So I just put my Chanel stem underneath, I even them up, I find a center, and I just give it like 1 or 2 twists. And it don't have to be perfect, so don't get out a ruler, don't start measuring to make sure you have it perfect. It does not have to be perfect. I hit it with a little bead of glue to make sure it doesn't move. These ties in the middle seem to want to slide back and forth all over the place, so I hit it with a little glue. As you can see now, it's not moving. So that's all I did. I just hit it with a little glue, and we're gonna let that dry. Let me clean off I was working on another couple of designs today. I'm working on some carrots. I have found some. Anybody else out there found those carrot frames or wire frames from the Dollar Tree? I finally found some. So I was down here earlier trying to make the carrots. So when I accomplish that, I will come back on with you guys and show you guys what I did. I was fiddling around with. I did one that's burlap, the orange burlap, and I did one that's the poly deco mesh orange. So, you know, gotta figure out the top, gotta figure out what kind of bow I want to put on, and then I'll come back and show you guys. And if you guys want me to show you how to do that video, I'll show you how to do that. So once you put all your Chanel stems, you put your Chanel stems where you want it, and this is optional. You do not have to put it down the side. I mean down the middle. I put it down the middle because it looks a little thin in the middle to me when I use the rail form, and I only put it on the outside. That center seems to be a little thin, but being that we are using a sign, oh crap, I just dropped my ribbon, down the middle, that may not bother you. Okay, so just know you can cut back the amount of ribbon poly deco mesh that you use if the center being thin, being that the sign is going to be up there, don't bother you. Okay, so just be mindful. You may want to do it without the deco mesh in the middle. Put it together, see how you like it, put the sign on it. If it doesn't bother you, don't put the extra mesh. You can always use that mesh for something else. Okay, you know, I'm over the top. You know me, you know Katrina, you know I'm over the top. So you know, if it makes me feel like it's going to be a little thin, I gotta put it in the middle. That's just me. You do not have to. My suggestion to you would be, if you're not familiar with using this rail form, would be to do it all around the outside, and then put your sign on. Don't glue anything down, anything. Just put your sign on and see how you like it. And then you'll be able to go from there, right? All right, let's get started. I hope you guys are ready. And you know what I say, if you have some material, bring it out. You don't have to do it on the rail form. Bring out that 14-inch from the Dollar Tree. Bring out that 10-inch. Bring out that 12-inch. Cut up some mesh. The same style. Roll ruffle method. You can use on that 14-inch, that 16-inch. On that, you can also use it on your Unique and the Creep board. I mean, you can use it on any board that you have. So pull out your stuff. Let's make a wreath together. All right, now on my row, I wanted to show you guys when I got to the end of the row. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you see right here was all bent up. See that? That's how it was on the roll. So since I'm putting some down the middle, the ones that's a little messed up, I'm going to use these for the center because you're not going to really see it, right? That's what you do. Don't throw it out. Do not throw it out because you can use it. I forgot to get my clips, so I'm going to go over here and get my clips so I can have something to use, something to clip to. While I'm doing that, how was you guys' Sunday? What did you guys do today? I hope you guys got out and enjoyed the day. It wound up being a really nice day here in Canton, Georgia. It's really, really nice. All right, we're going to take our mesh, roll it up. It's, you know, because this is towards the end of the mesh, so it's really, really curly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my water I have right here. You can use anything. You use your scissors. You can use a staple, whatever you want to use. You know, some people got little decorative little weights that they buy from people. Hey, use that. So I'm just going to roll it like maybe, you know, about 2 or 3 times. 1, 2, 3, right? Give it a little clip. And I'm going to do it again on this side. And this is the end part, so it got a little messed up. So I did the 3, and I just ruffle it. And what I do, since this is the one that's messed up, remember, I'm going to go to the inside. So I'm going to open up that inside tie, zip tie, and I'm going to put it right in. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to give it a good 1-2 twist. Right? We're going to do the next one. And I'm doing the middle ones because, remember, these parts, the ones towards the end were messed up. You see how they were folded all crazy? And you really don't want that to show on your deco mesh. So I'm going to use these on the inside where you cannot see that. Don't throw it away. You can use it on the inside. Hey, Laura. Glad you can join me, girl. All right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go to the other side and we're going to do the same. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to ruffle the ends to each other. Now, you can place it in like this with your curls up if you like. See how your curls are coming up? Or you can place it down. Okay? I like to place it down. Okay? But you can, like I said, this is your art. You do it the way you want to do it. You don't have to copy everything off of me. Just use the method. But you make it your own. Okay? Like I said, we're going to go through these and we're just going to roll the ends in about 3 times on either side, and then we're going to ruffle it in. We're going to ruffle it in. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm trying to work out these little carrot wreaths frames that I got at the Dollar Tree. So if anybody out there found those carrot wire wreath forms at your Dollar Tree, let me know. Shoot, show me a picture of what you did. This is my first time ever finding them at Dollar Tree, so I was kind of surprised in the orange burlap. But I haven't finished it yet, so that's why I'm not showing you guys. But once I finish, I'll show you. But if you guys have already worked with it, you know what I'm talking about, or you've seen them before, hey, let me know. Oh my goodness, my ribbon just fell all over on the floor. I'll get it in a minute. So we go 1, 2, 3. We just roll it in, and nothing has to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. Frustrated. Don't get mad. Don't let it get to you. Sometimes when we do our crafting, we get a little crazy sometimes. I know we do. We do. I'm not gonna lie, we do. But we gotta learn how to relax. Right? This is art. It's not rocket science. So how do you guys feel about this mesh? This patriotic mesh. What do you think? I love it. I love the patriotic look. I love having my freedom as an American too, so that works for me. So this right here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna ruffle it up. And then once I ruffle it up, I turn it downwards and then I stick it into my Chanel stem. I push it down when I stick it in, and you push it down so you can get a good hold with your Chanel stem. That's really what you're doing. Okay, move this over here, flip this around so I can get this at the bottom here. Like I said, you don't have to use no water bottle. You can use whatever you want to hold it down. I'm just using the water bottle, so don't get crazy if you need to hold something down. You don't have a water bottle, remember. Use what you have. I mean, when I first started watching people, I thought I had to have everything that they had, and if I didn't, then I couldn't do the wreath. No, don't think like that. Improvise. Use what you have. You do not have to use everything that they use. Improvise. Like I want a mesh holder. I've been doing this 2 years now. I still didn't get that mesh holder yet, right? But you don't see it holding me up from doing wreaths, right? All Alright, we're going to continue going around. We did around the middle. And the only reason why I did the middle first is because of the pieces that had those messed up ends, because I wanted it to be covered. You could have started on the outside if you wanted to, the outside rails instead of the inside rails. It's totally up to you. Okay, so don't think, like I said, you have to do exactly what I do. I want you to take the method and make it your own. The way I'm doing it, make it your own. Now, I'm going to debate whether I'm going to turn it like this. We'll play it by ear. I'm putting it on a slant, but it's like sort of like on a V. And I'm just giving it a 1-2 twist. So like fits in between each other. See how that fits in between each other? That's what you want. Well, that's what I want. And we're just going to go up this side, and then we're going to go down the other side. You guys have been watching me. You know I was supposed to have a balloon decoration thing that I was doing Friday for Sequoia High School. Unfortunately, because of the weather, it got canceled. So trying to figure out when they can reschedule. So if you hear my phone going off, it's because of that. Because I'm getting emails about a date when they're trying to reschedule that event. But yeah, the weather, the weather wasn't nice, so we had a lot of rain coming through, and then possible thunderstorms. So of course the principal, out of safety, he canceled the events at the school for the evening. So of course nobody will be out in that crazy weather. So they're trying to get letting me know that it's going to be what day is going to be rescheduled, because I do balloon decorations. That's also what I do. When my business says wreaths and things, it's because I also do wedding decorations. I do all type of party decorations, baby shower stuff. So I do diaper cakes as well. I'm into a little bit of everything, but my main thing is making wreaths. I really, this is my heart right here, making wreaths. And creatives, you know how we are. We like to be in a little bit of everything. This right here is my heart. This is But don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing my balloon decorations too. I do them, I have a good time with them. Love putting them together. It's time consuming though, don't get me wrong. I get tired when I'm up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning blowing up balloons. Trust me, I do get tired. It's not fun, but the finished product is what makes it all worth it. So what is everybody doing tonight? Are you guys getting ready for work and school tomorrow? I know we got spring break holiday coming up. They've been talking about on the news with the craziness that's going on in Florida with spring break. They're hoping they don't have to, they have any whole bunch of arrests and stuff. This will be the first year, and the last 2 years everybody's will be able to go there and hang out and drink and party like they used to. So they're hoping they don't have a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks for checking in, girl. So I don't know. I could tell you right now, you won't catch me nowhere near no Florida. Not doing no spring break. Too much going on. Too many. I will be staying right here in Georgia. I think me and my husband, we're gonna go visit our granddaughter, but we're gonna do that the weekend before spring break, and then on Monday we'll be right back here in Georgia. Cause we ain't dealing with those crazy people out there and doing no holiday break. Y'all can have that. But if you are going somewhere, let me know. I'll live vicariously through you, cause I'm not going nowhere. But if you're going to Florida, let me know where you're going. You braver than me. Like I said, you just rolling these ends about 3 times in. You roll one in, then you come over to the other side and you roll it in 1, 2, and 3, and then you just ruffle the ends together. You don't have to flip it over. I flip it over. That's just how I like to put it in my Chanel stems. I flip it over and I put it on an angle. So I want everything to fit in. Now you can put it in straight up and down, horizontally, vertically, whichever way you want to. I mean, it's like I said, this is your art. You make it the way you want to. So you feel for how you want it. I'm looking like this disc is getting good coverage for me. So I'm liking this. Right? So now I'm going to start on this side. Alright. I did a custom order for a customer of mine. It was posted on Facebook. I hope you guys get a chance to go to my Facebook and see what it was. Unfortunately, the family lost the baby, so the grandmother feels like the grandson is coming to her as a red robin. So I did a pine wreath for the grandmother that had a red robin on it. So you know, when she looks at the wreath, she's being reminded of her grandson that they lost. So that was a beautiful wreath to do. You know, just loved it. Loved the response that it gave the grandmother. You know, she was very happy. They posted a picture. You know, she named it after the grandson. So I thought that was really, really beautiful. I love doing things like that for people. You know, especially remembering a loved one. I think that just makes it so much special when you do a wreath, because wreaths last for they not last forever, but they can last a very long time if you take care of them. So that memory is going to stay with them for a long time. So I'm glad for that. So we're going to just take out, remember these, the deco mesh is cut to 20 inches long. 20 inches long. Okay? And you cut as many as you need to fit in your Chanel stems. So either if you do the Chanel stems in the middle like I did, it'll come up to like 17 if I'm not mistaken. Don't, then it'll just be 11 zip ties. But you just count it when you get your rail form, and you'll know. So it's no rocket science, nothing you gotta remember. You just count it when you're making it. That's all. Not a big deal. Matter of fact, I put that in wrong. That's not how I want it. I didn't turn it down. I was about to change my style on y'all right then and there. See? But you want to know what? You probably wouldn't have even been able to tell. That's why I tell you, don't stress about this. You do things like that, you realize you don't have to. It's okay. It's all right. Don't stress. I am loving how this looks so far, because I'm looking at the camera. Look at that. Look how full and pretty that is. Look at the colors. I love this border mesh. You know how it looks with the waves and the colors that it just looks so pretty. Looks so pretty. I love this border mesh. It's a little bit more expensive, it is, but not that much. It's worth it though. It's worth it though. For the effect that you get on the wreath, it's worth the extra $2, $3. But you're getting a lovely effect to your wreath. Nice color effect to your wreath. When you put in these last ones, you're going to have to let the deco mesh know who's boss. So you have to push the ones that you have there out of the way to put the new piece up there. So just push it on out your way. That's all right. All right, do that. There you go. You gotta find the right spot for it so it can lay right. So you just mess around and see where you want it. Alright. And you can use any clip that you have, so don't think you gotta have these. These I got from the Dollar Tree, but any, you know, chip clip that you have from Walmart, Kroger, from anywhere, you know, to hold it while you know, work on the opposite side. So just know that any clip, if you got a clothespin, those will work too. Just know, use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy nothing new. Just use what you have. There you go. And I'm just pulling up the Chanel stems because when you go to put your ribbon in, it's so much easier, you know, right there where you can see them. Like this one is hidden. So you pull it up so you can see it. You're going back in with to put the ribbon tail. Okay. I think we got one more to do after this. And this deco mesh is on. We're getting real full in here, so you have to move the deco mesh over for a minute. My thing keeps hitting my phone, so I mean my phone, my deco mesh, my wreath keeps hitting my phone, so I'm gonna have to move this out the way. There for now. Put this last one on. So I'm gonna lose you guys. Okay, last one on. Alright, remember my poly deco mesh is cut to 20 inches. Okay, 20 inches. And we're working on a rail form today. A rail work form that you can get at Rhonda's Creative Corner. You can get them at Deco Exchange, Craft Outlet. I don't know if they have it in stock, but I know a lot of times they do have them. Just look around, shop around. You'll find some. And I love using these because it's different. It's not something you see all the time. You always see the round reforms all the time, but you don't see the rail forms all the time. So you got a hole in there. You just fill in your deco mesh. Those holes. So look at that. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's not a hole. I thought that was a hole, but that's not. That's on hanging off the side. But you can't see through it. Look at that. And if you catch a glimpse, and it'll be covered with the ribbon in a second when I start putting the ribbon in. So you know we got ribbon to do. I dropped some of my ribbon over there, so I gotta go pick up my ribbon. It slid off of the table on me. So I'll pick that up. Alright. Let's put some ribbon tails in. Alright. We got the check in the white, the red and blue check over here with the white solid. And then we got the stars with the navy blue stripe ribbon. This is the one that fell, so it slid all over the place. Alright, so we're going to start with this because it's just the closest one to me, no rhyme or reason. We fold it, and I cut these at 13 inches. You can cut them at 12. I cut them at 13 because I really want my ribbon tails to show. And I'm going to go down the center first, okay? No rhyme or reason. I'm just going down the center first. And remember, you don't really have to be concerned too much with this center if you don't want to, because that sign is going to go right down the center. Okay? So you don't have to work too hard in this center area because that sign is going to sit right over it. This is just me being extra. This is what I do. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is just me. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my chenille stems down the center. I'm going to twist it a couple of times, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it and tuck it down, because I'm not going to put anything else on these, because remember, the sign is going there. So I'm just going to do my regular V that I normally do, because it may stick out a little bit on the side of the sign, may or may not. And that's fine if it doesn't. I don't know why I didn't start at the top, but I didn't. I started in the middle. So we're going to see how this is going to turn out. May not turn out even. So I just find the center. And it don't have to be perfect. So don't get all bent out of shape if it's not perfect. Alright. I'm going to come here. You just have to move the mesh out your way. Small in the middle. And I'm going to give it a couple of really good twists. And I'm going to cut it off. Alright. So yeah, you're going to need your wire cutters too. I forgot to tell you guys that. Just kind of like threw it in there at you. And you know, you just roll your ribbon with your hand. But I wouldn't worry about it too much right now, because like I said, you're going to put the sign on it. And you're going to be moving it out the way when you do the outside as well. So, but you just find a center, you fold it up where it's about even. And you find the center. And that's what you put down in your chenille stem. And then you give it a couple of good twists. But don't forget, when you come on, make sure you say hi. Let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know if you do any crafts. You just like to watch crafting. If you've done something like this before, let me know. If you work with rail forms, let me know. I really love working with them. I'm going to turn this around where I can see it. Try to be mindful to make sure you guys can still see it on camera. So I'm just kind of just splitting it open. Like I said, I'm doing more than what you really need to do, to tell you the truth, because like I said, you're really not going to see this ribbon down the center that much. Maybe a little bit peeking through the sides. Because the sign is going to be on top. So we want to even the ribbon up. I'm going to fold it over so we find a center. Pinch that center. And go to the next chenille stem down that middle. Take that pinch center, stick it into the chenille stem, and then give it a couple of good twists. Alright. Yes, you can. Hey, Laura, that's an excellent question. Yes, you can. I actually have cooling racks in there that you can cut size that you can do it on. Yes, you can. I've seen that done. So you can do this style on a cooling rack. You can. They have them at the Dollar Tree. Those are very easy to cut with your wire cutters. And if the small wire cutters don't work, you can always use a bigger style, you know. Go raid your toolbox. And you can use it to cut it to size. You sure can. That's an excellent question. You sure can. I may put on a video for that. And like I said, I want to start using the rail form more, so I may put on a video over that so you guys can see that. Because they always have those cooking racks at the Dollar Tree. They always have them. So, hey, that's always a reform. Right? Because I'm going to tell you, at one point, it was hard to get reforms out here when the whole pandemic thing was really in full strength. When they shut everything down, it was hard to even find any kind of reform. So, if you had those cooling racks from the Dollar Tree, you know, you could have made some reefs with those. So, absolutely. Thanks for the question. Alright, I'm just putting in some more ribbon. And I like to space mine out. You can do whatever, you know, however you want on your wreath. Make it your own. I'm just giving you a guide. But look at that. Look at that. Ooh, looks so pretty. Just love the red, white, and blue colors. And we want every other, you know, the blue and white, and then the stars. Okay, why is that not looking right? That didn't cut right. What went on there? Alright, so let's get that cut right. Oof, that's a little crazy. Alright, let's get that ribbon in here like it's supposed to be. And you can cut your ribbon at 12. Like, if you don't want your ribbon to show that much, like you don't want it to be the star of the show, or, you know, you want it to be very subtle, cut your, you can cut your ribbon tails, you know, 11 inches. You know, you do it a couple of times, you do different wreaths, and you cut it at the inches, different inches, and then you'll know which one you like the best for your style of wreath. Okay, I love these colors, so, you know, anything that's red, white, and blue I wanted to show, so that works for me. So I really, you see how my ribbon come all the way out and over my mesh? Stripe to the mess, because you'll have everything coming down on the side. You see how the sides show? You have everything coming down on the side, so you'll still see that beautiful border mesh sticking out from on the sides of the signs. I want that fall over. If you don't want that fall over, you cut it at 10, 11, 12 inches. You know, you do one wreath, you look at it, and then you cut it at like 12 inches. And if it's a little too much, then you go down to 11. If you want more, you go down to 13. Like I said, you figure out what best suits you. Alright, we're going to go with the stars. And remember, if you don't have picks, you don't always have to use picks. So if I get to the end of this today and I decide I don't want picks, this is just enough, then that's it. You don't have to have picks. And I had to get that through my thick skull when I first started doing wreath making, because I felt like, you know, with all the designers, they had all those big, beautiful picks. I had to have, you know, big, beautiful picks for my wreaths too, you know, in order for them to be nice. And you want to know what? They didn't. They didn't need. Sometimes you just have a wreath and you don't need picks. The ribbon and the mesh is enough. Now what I'm going to do with this, my Chanel stems that's already attached to my rail form, I'm going to actually twist it onto each other, make them into one instead of it being two separate ones. So it becomes a design to my wreath. Okay, because what I may do later on is if I do decide to use a pick, I can cut it and stick it right down in this little hole here with some glue, and it'll hold the pick. If not, it's still a beautiful little decorative style. So it's what I call a twofer. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, let's see what we got here. And we just go into each Chanel stem now, and we're going to put in our ribbon ties. Now we're working on the outside. We're done with the middle. And we're working on the outside now. And now we're just going to twist these Chanel stems that came already on the real form. And we're going to take, you can use a pencil or pen, you can use a little stick, whatever you want to, you know, and just curl it. Or if you don't want them, then you just cut them off. Okay, like we did the ones in the middle, you just cut them off. Now if that's what you want to do, you can do that too. Okay, you don't have to use it as a decorative design. You don't have to do that. Not at all. So I'm just making sure they got a nice little curl at the end, and I'm gonna come and refluff this again and again and again. Trust me. And when you start doing wreaths, you're going to do the same thing, because it's never going to look quite right. And then when you hang it up, you're going to fluff again, because when you hang it, you know, the ribbon lays another way, and then you got to fix it and put it where you want it. So just know it's okay. Just don't overdo it, you know. If you use one of these methods that I show you with good material, your wreaths are going to be beautiful no matter what. What's that, Laura? You left how many cuts did you do? I was late. Okay, I did 17 cuts of this deco mesh at 20 inches long. And the reason why I did 17 cuts is because I added Chanel stems on the crossbars down the middle. And when you go back and watch the replay, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with the crossbars down the middle. And I do that because I just like mine a lot fuller. You don't have to do that, because an actual, if it's a little thin in the middle, if that doesn't bother you, then you don't need to fill in the middle. It bothers me. I'm just a little extra, so I make sure I put in another row of mesh down the center. So when I put the extra row of mesh down the center, it made it altogether 17 ties that we had to fill. Okay, so that's how that went. So it's 17 ties at 20 inches a piece, 20 inches long. Okay, they're 20 inches long. And we did the roll and then the ruffle method to put it in. But if you just want to do the ruffle method, just do the ruffle method. You don't have to roll the ends if you don't want to. Okay? You can do whatever you like. Okay, we go on to the next available Chanel stem tie that's available. Alright, let me twist this, and like I said, I'm just twisting these stems together, and then I just take my pencil and I just curl it onto that pencil and make it like a little twist design, a little curl design. And this is going to help me later on when I put picks in. Okay, so I may or may not, I'm just preparing for it just in case I put them in, right? I want to make sure I have something for them to stick to. Something for it to stick on to. It just makes it a lot easier. I learned that, you know, a little while into my wreath making. In the beginning, I was not doing that. And then when I put picks in, I had to stick it through the deco mesh. And so we got to go through the stars next. And we're just alternating these ribbons. And they're cut at 13 inches long. Okay, 13 inches long. And we're almost done with this. And we can attach the sign. And then we'll think about doing picks. I don't know. This just looks beautiful just the way it is. So I don't. That's my problem when I do patriotic. The red, white, and blue is just so vibrant. That really you don't need picks. A lot of times when I feel like when I put picks in my wreaths, just to bring it out more, right? To give it more pop and pizzazz. But when you look at this wreath, it doesn't need anything else. It has all the pop and pizzazz. So will I use some of these? Yeah, I may or may not. I don't know. We'll decide at the end. Maybe I'll help you guys help me decide whether I need to put any picks in it or not. I don't know. And I just like to open up my ribbon and do like a little. Why I always say V. Well, I guess it is a V on either side, but it's an X shape. And when I do my X shape, you see how my ribbon goes diagonal across from each other, and then I got that in the center. That's what I want. Okay, that's the look I'm going for. Not what you have to do, but that's the look I'm going for. And I just take my ribbon, I fold it over so I can find a center, and that center is what I stick and twist into the Chanel stem. And as you can see, I'm twisting it onto each other once again. Then I'm taking the pencil and I'm wrapping the Chanel stem around the pencil to get the curl effect that I'm looking to get in the middle of my ribbon. Okay. All right. And of course you're gonna, push some of your ribbon down. That's not a problem. Trust me, you're gonna fluff and refluff and fluff and refluff time and time again before all of this is over. Alright. So we're going to go on the other side. So as you see, that's how it looks on that side, down the middle. Now we're going on this side over here. Now we're going to go on this side over here, and we're going to start with this. I ate already, baby. That's my daughter checking on me. She wanted to know whether I ate or not. Because her and my husband is upstairs eating, but I ate earlier before they came in. So I knew I wanted to be down here with you guys. Alright. Twist this around each other. Alright. Do you guys like when I come in on Sundays? I'm trying to find a good time for you guys so I can have you guys chime in at a good time. I've done it early. Did get a lot of viewers. Today, I got 1 or 2 viewers, and then now I'm doing it late in the evening. So I've done it in the evening before, and sometimes I get lucky and I have more viewers. But if this is a good time for you guys, or you think it would be a good time for me to come on regularly, let me know. Or you have a good time, let me know. But definitely, if you have a Facebook, like I said at my last video, if you guys watch me on social media, my business only grows by the participation that you guys put into it. So when you guys on Facebook, please comment on my videos, please like, follow me on Facebook, on my business page, also on Instagram, on Pinterest. My Pinterest is a work in progress. I think there's some things that's wrong with it, but I still can get the followers on Pinterest. And definitely on TikTok. If you on TikTok as well, please go over to my TikTok page and follow me on TikTok. All of that helps my business immensely. I just don't know how to tell you how we do business these days. It's no longer brick and mortar, it's social media. So if you guys can help me grow my social media, I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely comment. You guys don't know what a pretty nice job, looks good, great colors, just little saying things like that help the algorithm pick up your video and push it out so more people can see it. So if you guys would help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Tell your friends and family. There's always someone in somebody's family that's into looking at crafts or learning how to do crafts or want to buy wreaths. So you can always shoot them in my direction. I would greatly appreciate it. My Etsy shop is always available. Has about 50 wreaths in it now. So if anybody want to go over there and shop, I definitely would greatly appreciate that as well. I have all seasons. And I also take custom orders. For right now, I take custom orders. So if you want to get something custom, You need to get with me now, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to do custom orders. Kind of takes a lot out of me to do custom, so much. You know, I don't think people realize how much social media helps people businesses these days. It's huge. It's huge, very huge. Because you know, it's not about a brick and mortar anymore. It's not about having a storefront. It's about who knows you on social media, how many views you get on social media, how many likes, how many followers. And it's taken me, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was never a social media person. All I had for years was my personal Facebook page, just for family, to keep in touch with family. So I was not a big social media person. So when I started this business adventure of mine, I had to get it through my thick skull. That being on social media was the way to go, because I fought it. I'm not going to lie to you. I fought it for a good while. Especially TikTok. I was like, I'm not dancing. I don't need to be on TikTok. I don't need to be doing any of that crazy stuff. But, you know, as I learned my business and grew my business, I realized it's not just about dancing. They got training stuff and business stuff, and I was like, okay. So I had to learn. So now I'm trying to teach others. Okay, so I know I needed to cut one more, but I just didn't know which one. So now I do. I need the plaid with the blue stripe. I mean the plaid with the white. Because I finished with the stars and the blue stripes. So the next one will be the white and the plaid. Now you can secure your ribbon like this with the rubber band. And I'll put it back on so you can see exactly what I was talking about. I know some people don't like this method. Oh, hold on. Because it actually may wrinkle your ribbon. It may cause a wrinkle in your ribbon. See how this like little wrinkle in your ribbon? So some people don't like to have their rubber band on their ribbon like that. So they'll do it this way. Let me show you this way. There's a little tiny pin. See that pin? You can take one of the straight pins and stick that in, and that will hold your ribbon. That's a nice way as well. The only thing that I've learned is sometimes you can't get that pin through the thickness of your ribbon. So think about it. So you have to decide when you open up your ribbon what's the best way for you. This ribbon so happen it's easy for that pin to go through, but I can tell you right now, trying to stick that pin through this thick satin on this roll, 50-yard roll, is definitely not going to work. So, you know, just letting you know. So some of the ribbons you can get the straight pin through, and then some you can't. So you have to figure out how you want to secure your ribbon. You may not even worry about it. Some people just roll it up and then they put it back wherever they store their ribbon at, and it's just fine the way it is. I tend to like to have my ribbon secure where it's fastened with something. And like I said, I cut my ribbon tails to 13. So we're going to go to 13. I need to buy some new scissors. And I'm going to re-secure this with my ribbon. With my rubber band. Alright. And then this one, I'm secure it with the pin. So know you have options on securing this. Or, I've seen some people do it with tape. But you know, after a while the tape does wear off. So, but I've seen people do it with tape. I don't suggest that, but I haven't seen it done. And I'm just dovetailing the ends of my ribbon. I'm sorry, I know I did that off camera. Force a habit when I'm in here doing things on my own. So I just dovetail those ends. Okay, that's what you do. You fold it over and you just dovetail the ends. Fold it over. You go from the rounded end to the finished ends. And then we just line them up, fold them up, try to get them as even as we can get them. fold it down that center, go to that last Chanel stem, stick it down in there, and then we twist it down. Alright, this is the last one for this, and then we're going to do the sign, and then we'll decide whether we need picks or not. I may or may not. I'm liking it the way it is. The sign is a little rustic. It's beautiful mesh, and these ribbon tails says a lot to me. I mean, for me anyway. Alright, now with this sign, think, look at this rail form. Now, like I said, you can use your rail form as a table centerpiece. Picture this if you was having like a 4th of July family barbecue or something, and you had this as your centerpiece, and you had like the little rocket things, those little things that you can put, those little weights that's got weights at the bottom at the Dollar Tree, and they're red or blue or white or whatever with the sparkling thing sticking out of it. Picture that, just either one in the middle or two on a side. You can get a vase, a vase that has white, blue, and red flowers in it. Move the mesh, stick that right in the center. This can do that. That can be your centerpiece, and then you got the plates and napkins to match. Perfect. Or this can be on your door as a door swag. Or you can bend it like I showed you earlier, and it can be your mailbox decoration for any patriotic holiday. That's one thing I like about when I do most of my patriotic wreaths, door swags, mailbox. This right here is not going to be good for a mailbox because of the sign. Now, if you wanted to make a mailbox because you're going to bend it, then you don't want to do a sign. You want to do a bow and some picks, and you're done. But being that we're putting a sign on this is going to be a swag because it's going to just have a sign. Like I said, if you want it for a mailbox or a centerpiece, you can just do it just like this and add stuff into it that can be on the table, or add stuff that you can glue in and it can be on the mailbox. But since this is going to be a sign, we're going to attach it to the get them from over here in my stash. Let's do some cable mounts. So using I got 6 here. I also have my E6000 glue because I like to squeeze just a little bit of E6000 glue with my hot glue gun. I used to like to use that on the back. Do I have any red Chanel stems? Nope. I'm out of red Chanel stems. Wow. Oh no, I'm not. Here I say. I gotta know that. Okay. Alright, so we just gonna. So we got 4 and we need 2 white. Let's get 2 white and that will make the 6. And you can use any color you want. I like the color match. I'm a little extra. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know me. I'm a little extra. I just like everything to match. You do not have to do that. That's just me. Okay? So don't be over there laughing at me. I know y'all laughing at me, but I'm just a little extra. I'm sorry. I just like everything to match. So I take off the little sticky peel thing in the back. And then I give it a little squeeze with the E6000 glue. You don't put a lot, just put a little bit. And then I find one of the corners and I squeeze it down really, really good. Okay? And I do this to all of them all the way around. I give it a good dab of E6000 glue just to make sure it sticks up there really, really good. Because you just don't know, especially if you're selling your wreath, you don't know what weather conditions this is going to be in. So it's really hot, really cold. Somebody's going to have it on their door. So you want to make sure it sticks really good. It adheres really good. It doesn't come popping off. And then we're going to go back with the hot glue as well from the hot glue gun. going to secure it with that as well. So this is just added protection to help it stick up there. It don't have to be perfect. You see, they're not perfectly lined up. That's not the point. We just want to secure this wreath to the frame. Let me close this up, and I'm going to give it all of them a good thumb push down to make sure. And sometimes you push it again and you'll have some leakage of the glue coming out, which is excellent, because then you know the glue has spread really good, and when it dries completely, it's going to have a really good hold. Okay, so then you go in with some hot glue. You know me, I love my trusty dusty straw binder. And you just go around us, you know, some may say, Katrina, that's a bit much. You know, do you really need that much? Well, this is what I feel like I need. Yeah. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Remember, this is your art. You do it the way you want to. Like, say if you're just making this for yourself, you're not really worrying about it, you know, somebody else getting it. If it fall off, it's something that you can fix. You don't have to do this step, right? You didn't even have to do the E6000 thing. You could just do regular glue. I mean, the regular glue gun, this glue, and no E6000 glue. Okay, I'm doing this because I'm selling this. So I want to make sure that my wreath, the sign has a good hold when I attach it down into my wreath. And normally, I would suggest you do this beforehand so it can dry really good. So you won't be pulling on it as it's drying like I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to let that dry for just a little bit. Let that E6000 glue dry up just a little bit. You're going to see me fanning this a little bit, just trying to get it dry so we can attach it up there. But what do you guys think about this? Look how full it came out. Look at this. No holes anywhere. Look at that. Full all the way around. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and more gorgeous. And this is how it looks on the back. So if you didn't see how I put everything on, this is how it looks in the back. Very neat, very clean. I'm going to put a hook wherever I decide. This is probably going to be the top. I'm going to put a little Chanel stem hook up here, so it's a place where somebody can get. I will definitely cover the back of my rail form with felt. I do that with all my wreaths. I cover the back of my wreaths with felt. So this will be covered with felt, and you will have a hook on the back. Now you do not have to cover yours with felt. This is a clean back, so it doesn't look messy or sloppy, anything like that. So you having a clean, you know, cover the back. It's not something you have to do. A lot of wreath makers do not do that. I do. Okay, that's just something that I feel like my product is not finished not unless the back is covered. So that's just what my suggestion, not something you have to do. Like I said, that's just me being extra. I cover the back of I don't like my customers to see this, even though it looks neat, it looks clean. I don't like them to see it, but that's just me. Okay, so this is what the back looks like. It looks good. So I want to show you guys that while the sign dries, because I don't want all this wet glue to get all on my ribbon. So I'm going to try to stick some of my Chanel stems through some of this halfway wet glue. Some of it is dry. So I just stick it in. These cable mounts got like the little holes. So I just stick it through, and I'm just going through and just giving it a 1-2 twist. And I'm just alternating the Chanel stem colors. No rhyme or reason, no, you know, method, no nothing. This is just what I'm doing. This is just me being extra. Like I said, once again, your colors don't have to match. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. Don't worry. Use whatever you have. Alright, you got purple ones. Put some purple ones up here. You know, don't fret about it. I'll tell you one thing, I could tell my family getting restless because I'm down here and it's late. Because I can't, I'm pacing upstairs. But Well, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. I just want to put this on for you guys and maybe put in a pic or two. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use a pic. I mean, the sign is nice enough. Like, this is just, look at that. That's like perfect. I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Like, look at that. I'm loving that. On your door, that's like perfect. Memorial, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. If you have a soldier that's, you know, putting up their signs in support for your soldiers, the soldiers coming home. I mean, it's endless possibilities with this. This is just, it's perfect. I just love patriotic. So that's just me. Let me get off my soapbox. Hold on. I'm just going to find a spot and I'm going to just lightly twist it down just until we make sure we got a spot where we want it to be and it's even with the bottom. So I'm just going to give it a light 1-2 twist, and then I'm going to do it on the diagonal other side down here at the bottom. So I did the top corner. Now I'm going to come down here and do the opposite bottom corner, and I'm moving the mesh out my way to get down to the frame because I want my mesh to hide the chenille stems. I'm not even going through the mesh. I'm just going to go just push them out the way to get to the frame. Now you don't have to do that. You can go through the mesh if you want to. Like these on the side, I'm just pulling that mesh out the way, and then I'm just sticking my chenille stem just right down, so I feel just a little tension, not a lot because I don't want to push it down into my form. I'm going to do this side, and you're going to have to replace the, oh, what's this? Oh, there it is. The ribbon tail, so don't worry about it. So I'm just twisting them down, going down and just twisting them down. And you see how the tails just stick out a little bit from behind the sign? And that's the effect that I really wanted. You know, I want that little peekaboo, you know, from the tails. And I will fix them so they can't be seen. We get that little peekaboo from the tails. Alright, this is the last one I gotta do. I'm just pulling it where I get a little tension. Now I'm not pulling it down where it's gonna be sucked down all the way in it. Alright, now I'm gonna concentrate on those tails that's underneath it. Now I'm just gonna pull them out. I'm just gonna pull the tails out. I'm also gonna put like little stars or something up here in these little holes where the little burlap tie was at. I'm also going to do that. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm not going to leave you guys on for that. That's something simple. You guys can do that. You don't have to stay on and watch me do that. But that's also, this is some ribbon. Pulling that out so it can be seen. This ribbon here, pulling it out. Pulling out the white. Pulling out some more stars. Because that's the effect that I wanted, where it's going to come out a little bit from underneath the sign. Okay. Oh, I forgot the tie down one. Hey, this one sneaked by. I thought I had got them all. And nope, this one wasn't tied down, so I gotta tie this end down. That almost snuck by me. You guys didn't catch that? I didn't catch it either. Alright. And then just pull it down when you just have a little tension on the board. Remember that E6000 ain't dry. It takes a while for that E6000 to dry, so you don't want to give it too much of a pull. Just a little. Fix your mesh. Make sure the mesh is back up in there. Cut any fraying that you see with your scissors. Now look at that. Gorgeous. There we go. I don't want that to be popping up there like that. I want to do it to maybe a, I don't know, star. I'll do some stars around the sides, maybe. I don't really see no need to do a whole bunch. So what you can do is you can just do these stars. As you can see, like I'm placing one here. I'll probably just do some stars around, you know, alternate them. That's white, this will be blue, that'll be red. Just placing it around the wreath, right around the outside. I think that's about all I'm going to do on this wreath, because I want it to stay pretty simple the way it is. And it's elegant the way it is. I don't want to put too much and take away from the actual meaning of the sign, making it too much. Now, of course, I'm going to make a wreath that's going to be over the top. I may add this. I don't know. It's like it would stand out too much for me. It's not the, I don't know. It's not calling for me right now. It looks pretty. I want to use it, but I don't know if I'm going to. I am going to use the stars though. But the stars is going to take me a little bit more time to do because I'm going to cut some little stems. What I do with my floral picks is I leave the green stems, and then I actually poke a hole in it, put a little glue, stick that in there, and then I'll stick it right through those holes there that I told you I made with the Chanel stems, and that I glue it right down in there. That's what I use to glue it down in there. So you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. This will be all we're doing for today. I hope you guys love it. Let me move this so you can really see it. We're gonna leave these here, but there you go. This is my patriotic wreath. Yes, it is a little out of season right now, but this is my patriotic wreath. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please let me know. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're thinking about trying to use a real form in the future. I love these forms because of their versatility, and I hope you guys can follow me on my next video. Make sure you go on all of my social media, like, follow, subscribe. Please comment. I really need to build up my followers and my subscribers on my, we're almost at 1,000 on Facebook, so I'm really doing with that. But my subscribers on YouTube, I'm falling behind on my subscribers on YouTube. So please, if you can have your family and friends go over to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Of course, like and follow me on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok, and also Pinterest. So until I see you guys again, hopefully I'll try to come on during the week. If I don't get another balloon decoration that takes my time, I will try to come on and do a wreath with you in the middle of the week. If not, you know you guys will see me on Sunday. So until we meet again, I want you guys to be safe, all right? Bye.